Hi there, welcome to another video from the Vickers MG Collectional Research Association. This is a preview video at a publishing project that we're currently working on, and thanks to Sir Andrew Graham, the grandson of John Reginald Noble Graham, we're bringing the diary of Lieutenant Colonel Sir Reginald Graham to life. So this is Reginald Graham won the Victoria Cross in Mesopotamia with 136 Company and Machine Gun Corps in 1917. He was the first Machine Gun Corps Victoria Cross to be gazetted. Now, his son, Sir John Graham, put together or transcribed the text of his diary, but we'll examine the diary in a moment, for family members and for interested parties. So John was the patron of the Machine Gun Corps History Project, a project that we're working on at the moment, and he made this available to the project, but also we've looked at this, and actually the story is much bigger than just the diary. So we're going to be publishing, as hopefully you've come to recognise, our standard, that one of those high quality books with all of this material in. Now, Reg Graham was a watercolourist, an artist, and this is Bombay, and there's going to be these materials that go through the book very liberally as well. So there he is in 1968 at the VC and GC reunion, a reunion that featured a lot of VC and GC members. So we've got lots of material to include, and this is a copy of the original diary, and you can see it's just a field notebook, field sketchbook that was put together when he embarked, so September the 19th, 1916, and he's got his sketches of different locations around, including Gibraltar there in September 1916 as he passes through and around everything there, and then some sketches on the Tigris in Mesopotamia. He was serving with the Indian Army, or alongside the Indian Army, and he was part of 7th Meerut Division. Different sketches here, Mespot Sandstorm. This is going to be a really interesting insight into an area where often forgot about. Now, so this is this we think is an interesting point, which I'll perhaps point out later. So we've got a panorama sort of range card almost. Turk front line, Turk wire, no man's land, our front line, artillery board there, River Tigris, and this is obviously from a machine gun post, which corresponds to a map that we have available as well. So lovely stuff. Mule and horse line image there. Now what's really interesting is Reg Graham won his VC in Mesopotamia. Sir John Graham was British ambassador to Iraq in the 1960s, or served in the 1960s and into the 1970s. And Sir Andrew was one of the generals commanding our forces there in 2004. So this family has a long lineage, a long sort of connection to the area. So we're going to be incorporating all of that information into the book as well, because it's a really interesting story all round. We hope to have this as part. Well, we will have this as part of our 2022 commemorations, and we will add more and more information about this very, very soon. The VC was won on the 22nd of April 1917. It was gazetted only a few months later, so we hope to be able to release this as a published works. If not, it will be pre-order available for the 27th. You can see these watercolors and this imagery is so rich, and let's say it's great. It's quite remarkable considering the 33rd Battalion was full of watercolors by Hutchison as well. These are all locations around, and you can see that you can instantly tell there's just troops going up on a train from Basra to Amara, October 1917. He went after he so the action in which he was awarded the VC. He was wounded slightly, but that involves 5 gunshot wounds. So it's interesting, the definitions of slightly. He went to India for a few months to recuperate, do a little bit further training actually at the MG camp there, and then he returned and fought in Palestine. So some of these images for 1918 will be added into that. So that was his watercolours book. He also kept a superb diary of material from his training period. And I think what is really nice, we can open this up the right way around. So this is August 1915. He was with the Argyll and Sutherland Highlanders, the family regiment, and you can see there that's his watercolour sketch or pencil drawing or line drawing of the Maxim. And this book, this training material, is just full again of rich, very, very detailed information, which is largely available from the manuals. So we have to consider how much of this we actually reprint, because it's largely out there. But certainly the imagery is again superb. So we might sort of correlate, summarize the information and just ensure that we get the imagery in there. One of the things that I love to point out is this, which some of you may recognize actually. So this is an emplacement for the Vickers, or the Maxim as it's shown. And you might recognise this from the Time Team episode where they did the dig at Boughton Park, because this was the emplacement that they replicated from information provided by Bill Fulton, who was one of those Machine Gun Corps History Project members, that Bob Alexander, another of those, had got from Sir Johnny Graham, who'd obviously got from his father's diary. So we will include certainly a strong element of this in the book that we produced. We're currently thinking it's going to be like 3 sections, before the VC action, that period of the VC action, and then after that, because as you'll see, we've got some other material. But one of the great items that is in this envelope that we have is this tracing paper map, which I've got to remember how to unfold this now. But it's super picture of Baghdad in 1917, and we can just see I'll tell you what, I'm not going to unfold it. I'm going to show some pictures on the screen where we unfolded it yesterday so that I don't have to do that again. And the same with the Samayrat map here. So a 1916 map of that area showing the trench lines and everything, Turkish lines, and then the British lines all on that. So yeah, we won't open those now. Hopefully you can see those on the screen as I'm talking about them. But this material is all supported by some more original materials as well. And one of those that I'll briefly talk about, because this will end the book, is really Reg Graham's relationship with the VC and GC Association. So there's a lot of information in here. He was a part of that association for a number of years after the war. After the Second World War, even, in which he served, and we'll make sure that this features in the book quite nicely. All of his Buckingham Palace invitations and everything are in there. Reunion dinners. So there might be some interesting stuff about other VC members, and the VCs, although they provide us with a snapshot, they're going to be featured quite heavily in the 2022 commemorations. This is perhaps the most amazing piece of the archive review of it. So this is a scrapbook that we believe was put together by Reg's mother, and it's clearly been lovely mounted, and this is the original VC ribbon on the front of it as well. Remarkably, that's been put on upside down, so it's a really nice personal touch. But in it, we start to see that there's again much more rich information, including Reg Graham's original commissioning certificate into the Argyll and Sutherland Highlanders, and a great photo of him that will feature in the book definitely. A map of Mesopotamia and Palestine covering all of that area in which he served, taken from the National Review. So super material. We'll get that sort of added in, and then a bit more information about him. So born in Calcutta, September 17th, 1892. Again, another original ribbon. And these are some photos of him in Italy, in India, recovering, and a studio shot where he's wearing the ribbon, but you can also see the scar on his face that he sustained as one of the gunshots. There's some letters here from Harry Leese that were sent back to his mother to talk about the wounds and how he was. There's these copies, and then there are the original copies of the telegrams that were received. Reggie done splendidly, slight wounds, none serious, from Leese. But what's also included is the original recommendation for the VC as well. So 28th Brigade, 7th Division, April 24th, 1917. So 2 days after Harry Leese, captain, officer commanding 136 Company, is recommending him for a Victoria Cross. And this we believe is the only copy. We certainly haven't been able to find a copy of that in the National Archives. So these are all the family archives. The family still own the VC, and it's one that we will be displaying as part of our activities this year, as they're great supporters of what we're doing, obviously. So this is Reg Graham's own sketches as well of the attack, and this has been replicated by Sir John in the works that he did, but it is sort of what happened and key to understanding that area. Again, it's very unique in that it's a Mesopotamia VC, and many of the members of the family, because of their relationship with that area in Iraq, have been able to visit the battle site in various forms. So there's an original copy of the Gazette entry as well. I'm just flicking through this. This obviously, majority of this material will be contained in the book that we put together, with well done's, telegrams for promotion, some interesting sort of Mesopotamian and Indian stamps and stuff within this as well. More promotion and watercolours material. More watercolours that are just brilliant, really. And then we've got some more newspaper cuttings, and we'll copy some of these out as they're relevant. They tell that obviously his mother was keeping this information to understand what her son was doing. So the British Army enters Baghdad, the prize of a prolonged campaign, led by the Black Watch and the Gurkhas in Reggie Graham's handwriting. We've got 1,000 congratulations telegram or message there from the Magun Amara, so the machine gun depot, where he spent some time, some periods while he was discharged from hospital in Shillong, Assam, and then a nice list of all of the congratulations telegrams that he received from various people. So, and then some photos of Mao, the machine gun centre in central India, training on the Vickers and the Maxim. A short note from members of the 136 Company. And the medical form that tells you that the board find that he has sustained the following gunshot wounds: 1 face, 2 right hand, 3 left arm, 4 both thighs, and 5 right leg. All wounds except that on his face have healed. So this was the findings of the medical board, which is quite amazing, really, considering that they say it was just slightly wounded, but that's at least 5 gunshots. Both thighs is presumably just the 1 gunshot. So we've got some more information here, different telegrams and things like that. We were congratulating him, and then a lovely photo in front of the Sphinx and pyramids in Egypt, obviously while they were in that period there, and some more great photos of the company. So we're going to be able to bring that together. He clearly carried on and served in the Second World War as well, for which there's a letter there thanking him from Major General Holmes on his work supporting the Torch landings, and there is also an award from the Norwegian from Norway that he received, we believe, for supporting the logistics of the Norwegian campaign in 1940 and then 1945 as well. So quite an interesting medal set to have the Norwegian award, the other end of the Victoria Cross, and an OBE in there as well, awarded. It's in support of all that, really. So 1946, to January 1946, he received that. So huge awards, and a really interesting character that we will bring much more to life with not only this material, but the diary and everything as well. So please stay tuned for that. We'll obviously extract some more of this material as we go forward. We've got a can loan officer to be published first, but then we'll get this out as soon, hopefully by the 22nd of April. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like and share the video and subscribe to the channel. Please support us on Patreon if you're able to, and let us know of anything you'd like to see in the future. I look forward to hearing from you.